kind of flipping that. You kind of take it a little seriously, especially when you put it in. You gotta bread it, and then you gotta put all the different sauces on it.
All right.
I can't believe you know about this. This is crazy. Yeah, I love like the honey barbecue sauce. That was my shit.
Do you ever mess with the atomic wings or anything?
No, not really. I just avoid spice. I just like avoid it, bro. This is like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is like, I'm sorry. I know this is like the weirdest thing I've ever done, but it's pretty exciting because it's out of my element. I'm like a vet, when I do interviews, I sit down, I know who I am, I say whatever.
Giant barbarian.
This is like freaking me out in the best way. I'm trying to make my wife proud.
Well, that's a lovely segue because I want to talk about this great YouTube video that you posted where you woke up your wife Jess with an orchestra playing the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. And for the dudes that need to step up the romantic gestures, can you talk about the execution and the ideation of something like that?
It all started when we were watching one of the seasons of Curb, where Larry wakes up his wife Cheryl on her birthday to an orchestra, and then Jeff comes in and fucks it up because he's like, let's go golfing, which is like the worst thing you could do to your wife, I think, on her birthday. In my mind, I was like, man, this would be so cool. I should remember this, because my wife was like, oh, that's so sweet. That's, it's like some Disney shit. So I kind of just clocked it, remembered it, and then set it all up.
And then there must be something about Montgomery County and rappers and Seinfeld, because just like Wale, I see you with the Seinfeld tees and stuff, and then you had that great line from Growing Pains where you say, you see these Seinfeld rappers talking a whole lot of nothing. Do you feel a special affinity towards Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld, and if so, does it influence the music at all?
Bro, I'm so fucking impressed with these questions. Thank you, man. Sometimes you do interviews and motherfuckers don't really take the time to so it means thank you. I've heard a lot of people say this, especially Chappelle. I think every comedian wants to be a rapper, and every rapper wants to be a stand-up comedian in some way. I just feel like my life is one long Curb episode of a bunch of shit that's going crazy, and I don't know how to deal with it. That was harder.
That's how we designed it.
Very smart.
Anyone who knows Logic knows that you rep Montgomery County proudly, and I think that you'd be the first to admit that Maryland hip-hop is a little under the radar, but I would argue that everything about Maryland is a little bit under the radar. So with your help, I want to do a little visitor's guide to the DMV, if you'll remember me.
Yeah, you got it.
What's the best regional food specialty in Maryland, in your opinion?
I actually worked at a spot called Joe's Crab Shack, so we're known for crabs. That sounds really sus. But yeah, Maryland's known for crabs. Like Ben's Chili Bowl, oh man, in DC, that's the spot. That's where everybody goes. Mambo sauce, all that. It's really awesome. So we're definitely known for that. But I would say in Maryland, it's crabs.
Name one rapper in the region that more people should know about.
Gold Link. I personally fuck with Gold Link. I think he's super different, very different. I think his flow is weird, and I think that's a good thing.
Do you put Baltimore in the Maryland? Because that's what people do sometimes. They go DMV Baltimore.
Baltimore's in Maryland. It's Baltimore.
I know.
But in a way, if you're from there,
it's
almost like its own world. And even the accents, you can hear the accents are different. It's really funny. I love Maryland accents. I like Mo. Go ahead, good. That's all I grew up with is this shit. I love it. And the DMV is known for inventing slang. I don't care what anybody says. The term thirst came from the DMV. You're thirsty or you're this that. Yeah, so they're really good at that.
Y'all could see my email. I don't care.
Alright. Please ask me a question.
I'd be remiss not to mention that you shared a Complex cover with Neil deGrasse Tyson, the people's astrophysicist and a proud fan favorite Hot Ones alum. And then I know he played the voice of God on Everybody. Is that the feature that you're most proud of in your rap career?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. You gotta understand, when I first told my label and shit that I wanted to do an album about space, for my sophomore album, everybody was like, yeah, cool. You know what I mean? Because that's I just know that that's so different and weird. Even myself as a nerd, I wasn't sure how people were gonna take it, but they actually enjoyed it, and I think there was a voice for that. That's why I'm obsessed. I love sci-fi. I love all these different things so much because I wish deep in my heart that I could see where we would be in 100 years, 150 years, 500 years from now.
What's your message to certain MCs who say that the world is flat?
Okay, alright. It's fucking round. I don't know, man. Just think about it. I've literally, not to flex, flown around the world, and I can assure you, I didn't fall off the edge.
Oh, okay.
Can I have a bottle of this?
Mhm.
I'll bring it to my wife. Oh, that's good. Mind you, I didn't spice some shit. That's good.
I know. That's why it's high praise. It's high praise.
No.
All right, Logic. So we have a recurring segment on our show called Explain That Gram. We do a deep dive on our guest's Instagram, full of interesting pictures that need more context. So I'll show you the picture, then you just tell me the bigger story. Whoa.
Yeah.
Played
Lil Yachty
Mario Kart on stage.
Smacked Lil Yachty. Smacked him. Smacked